Some nights after 60, sleep doesn't come gently. You turn to your side again, then again. And just when your eyes begin to close, the urge returns. You rise, slowly, carefully. Another trip to the bathroom. 1 hour later, it happens again and again, until morning greets you with heavy eyes and a tired body. If you've ever whispered to yourself at 3 a.m., why can't I just sleep through the night like I used to? You're not alone. You haven't done anything wrong. Your body has simply changed, and it's trying to tell you something. And sometimes, the quietest culprits behind this change are the ones that seem so harmless, even healthy. Yes, even fruit. Because while fruit is often seen as nature's perfect gift, not all fruits are gentle to the aging body, especially when it comes to the bladder and our ability to rest. But here's the good news. With small, loving changes to what you eat, especially in the evening, you can gently guide your body back to deeper sleep and fewer nighttime bathroom visits. And no, this isn't about diets or strict rules. It's about listening. It's about understanding what your 60-plus body needs now, not what it used to tolerate decades ago. So tonight, let's slow down. Let's talk quietly, truthfully about the fruits that may be keeping you up and the simple replacements that can help you reclaim your nights again. Evelyn was 73 when she first admitted it out loud. I'm scared to go to sleep. It wasn't fear of dreams or of dying, no. Evelyn was afraid of waking up. Not once, but 5 or 6 times, sometimes more. She used to love her evenings, a book, a warm drink, maybe a phone call with her sister. But now, nights felt like battles, each hour interrupted by a trip to the bathroom. And worse, she began to dread bedtime itself. At first, she thought it was just age. This is what happens, she told herself. But deep down, she knew something wasn't right. Because just 5 years ago, she could sleep through the night peacefully. Her doctor ruled out infection. Her kidneys were working fine. Her blood pressure was under control. Still, the urination at night, medically called nocturia, kept getting worse. One afternoon, her granddaughter visited and mentioned something strange. "Grandma, you always eat fruit at night. Doesn't that make you have to pee more?" Evelyn laughed. "It's just fruit. It's healthy." But that night, something about that comment lingered, so she started researching, slowly, gently, and what she discovered changed everything. Certain fruits, especially those high in natural sugars, acids, and water content, can irritate the bladder or increase urine production, especially in aging bodies. Evelyn looked at her nightly routine, a bowl of grapes, sometimes watermelon, a little orange juice. She started adjusting. Instead of citrus, she tried bananas. Instead of juicy fruits, she leaned on blueberries. Instead of snacking late, she ate earlier. Within just a few weeks, the difference was quiet but powerful. She slept 5 hours straight, then 6. Eventually, an entire night. No pills, no harsh fixes, just gentle changes. A few fruits swapped out, a little awareness, and a willingness to listen to her body again. That was all. We grow up being told that fruit is always good. And for the most part, that's true. But for those over 60, especially those struggling with nighttime urination, not all fruit behaves kindly. Take watermelon, for instance. It's sweet, hydrating, and refreshing, but it's made up of more than 90% water. Eating watermelon at night, even a few slices, can increase the body's fluid load dramatically. Your kidneys, trying to clear this excess fluid, kick into gear, and the result? You wake up, again and again. Or consider oranges. Their acidity can irritate the lining of the bladder. The same is true for pineapples and grapefruits. Even a small amount can trigger a sensation of urgency, not because you actually need to urinate, but because your bladder is irritated. A 2015 study published in the Journal of Urology found that reducing acidic foods in older adults led to a significant decrease in nighttime urinary frequency, especially in women over 65. It's not about fear, it's about understanding. Your bladder at 70 is not the same as it was at 40, and what once felt refreshing might now feel disruptive. So tonight, pause and ask, is what I'm eating before bed supporting my rest or quietly stealing it? We often think of sugar as something to avoid for diabetes or weight, but sugar, even natural sugar from fruit, also impacts your bladder. High sugar fruits like grapes, mangoes, and dried fruits cause a sharp rise in blood sugar. And what goes up quickly must come down. This sugar spike can cause the body to pull in more water to flush out the excess glucose, especially during sleep when the body shifts into repair mode. A 2020 study in BMC Geriatrics observed that older adults with higher evening sugar intake reported more frequent urination during the night and had more trouble staying asleep. That includes fruit juices, which are often even more concentrated than whole fruit. So, while it might feel healthy to drink a small glass of apple or orange juice before bed, your bladder may be telling you a different story. What would happen if, instead of juice, you had warm chamomile tea? What if instead of sweet fruits, you tried a small handful of nuts or half a banana? You might just sleep longer. Your bladder is lined with a thin, delicate tissue, much like the inside of your mouth. Over time, that lining becomes more sensitive, especially if you've had past infections, surgeries, or are postmenopausal. Acidic fruits, like tomatoes, lemons, grapefruits, and cranberries, can aggravate this lining. While cranberries are often recommended for bladder health, they're acidic and can actually increase urgency for some older adults, especially when consumed as juice or in dried form. It's not one size fits all. The Interstitial Cystitis Network, a resource for people with sensitive bladders, actually recommends avoiding citrus and acidic fruits in the evening for better bladder control. And it makes sense. Imagine gently healing your bladder by simply removing a daily irritation. No medication, no complex diet, just a quiet shift in your fruit bowl. For many older adults, fruit is not the problem. Timing is. Eating high water or high sugar fruits close to bedtime doesn't give your body enough time to process and clear the fluids before you lie down. Gravity, which helps drain the bladder during the day, no longer assists you at night. Dr. Mary Kay Tannenbaum, a geriatric specialist, once said in an interview, "The most overlooked factor in managing nocturia is not what patients eat, but when. A banana at 6 p.m. may be harmless. That same banana at 10 p.m. could cost you 2 hours of sleep." It's not about cutting things out completely. It's about rhythm, space, letting your body settle before rest. What if your last fruit was eaten 2 hours before bed, not right before? What would that change? Healing after 60 isn't about removing joy. It's about replacing what no longer serves you with things that still do. So if watermelon wakes you up, try kiwi. It's lower in sugar and actually promotes sleep due to its serotonin content. If citrus irritates you, consider blueberries or pears. They're bladder-friendly and rich in fiber. If you're used to dried fruits like raisins or dates, consider switching to small cubes of steamed sweet potato. It may sound odd, but for many older adults, it's grounding, sweet, and helps promote deeper rest. This isn't punishment, it's care. As the saying goes, don't focus on what you're giving up. Focus on what you're making room for. What would you make room for if you slept deeply again? What do your nights feel like lately? Are they soft, peaceful, or interrupted and restless? What if the answer wasn't found in a pill bottle, but in a quiet shift in how you treat your body after sundown? Can you remember the last time you woke up and realized you hadn't moved all night? That your sleep was whole, uninterrupted, and your body felt truly rested? That's still possible. It doesn't require being perfect or giving up everything you enjoy. It only requires that you listen, that you ask, what does my body need now, at this stage? And that you treat that answer with the respect it deserves. Tonight, maybe you can hold that question softly as you close your eyes, not in judgment, but in hope. If this message made you feel a little more seen, a little more hopeful, this quiet corner of the internet is always here for you. You're welcome to subscribe to Comfort Corner, where stories, reflection, and gentle truths meet. We don't chase trends, we don't yell, we just listen, together. Because sleep is not a luxury, it is a return to yourself, to healing, to peace. You don't have to overhaul your life. You only have to begin with one gentle step, maybe even one small fruit swapped on your evening plate. Let tonight be softer. Let tomorrow greet you with rested eyes. And until then, take good care of your sleep and take good care of your spirit. We'll see you in the next.